Welcome to News Insight. A beautiful weekend, guys.
Happy weekend, brother.
Excuse me.
We've not seen this chairman for a long time.
He's been looking for the stuff.
Yeah. He told me he kissed something.
Really?
And his mouth swollen up.
On the bell line.
Yes, it's
hope,
true.
Hope you're beautiful.
His grandmother actually visited me. And I did that.
Your father will kill you.
So, this obsession with Kemi all over the world is becoming too much, not only Nigeria. You know, a conservative is a conservative.
Yeah.
People have to get to know that.
Any day, anytime.
Any day, anytime. So a conservative will do certain things that is conservative. Okay, and she's come out to say, you have to wait for 15 years, you have to live in the UK, you have to be sure you're part of us before you become a citizen. And the immigrants are, wow, Kemi Badenoch has become Kemi Badenoch.
Kemi Badenoch,
yeah. And I do think, I mean, she's within her political stream doing what she's supposed to do.
Yeah, I think she's just doing the right thing she should do, because if you look at the whole world, most places you see crisis, you see serious issues on ground. They are never being committed by the real people of that
indigenous
nation.
people.
Yes, you see, Dubai had been a very peaceful and a very beautiful economic place for the whole world.
Yeah.
Now, sometimes 2 years ago, when we begin to stroke into last year, like the past 3 years, we begin to have crisis in Dubai. Is when
Some
we have
crimes.
so many influx of Nigerians and then Africans. You hear court-related matter in Dubai. Have you ever imagined the real indigenous of Dubai, the Arabs, waking up and begin to think of anything like court? You know, in a place where people think positive, you know, produce positive results from things that are not like possible. You understand? Originally, a desert that the people have turned into a mini heaven, and then the next thing, people causing crisis, making things turn upside down like hell on earth.
But in UK, do we have records that the crimes there?
Even in UK,
From
in places,
immigrants?
even in UK, by the time you hear people have been attacked in train, you know, and other places, go and check their background.
They're not really British.
Mexicans, they're not British people. So if you look at it, that the studio where we are today, we've been having very beautiful discussions, and all of a sudden there's begin to be crisis. We cannot do things again, and you come to check, you realize that it is not the people that started this place.
Yes.
I mean, you could put laws to guide yourself.
You want to do something, you should guide yourself. So Kingsley, Eli said that he looked at it from the point of crime and maybe certain things that are alien to British people, you know, beginning to happen, and maybe they look backward and find out that, oh, we need to safeguard ourselves. Is it what Kemi is trying to do?
You know, I've always been on her side.
Or she's trying to play politics?
Play politics, yeah, to a large extent. Just trying to please the indigenous people that are conservative. She has chosen her fight. That's what she wants. I praise her for what she wants. But it doesn't mean that she's always true. If Kemi, this rule applied to her when she was born in the UK, she would have been a citizen of the United Kingdom today. Because she didn't stay up to 15 years in the UK before she came to Nigeria and now went back when she was 16.
But times and tides change.
Times have changed, but the magnanimity of a country does not change. That's what makes them who they are. There is
But if the
ideology.
magnanimity is making you not to be a country, what is wrong is
But
there has to be a country before magnanimity.
But it does not hurt them in any way.
That's what you think, but that's not what they are
Because
thinking.
the people that really work in the United Kingdom are immigrants.
Yeah,
That's the
they
truth.
know they are not against immigrants.
Yes.
All she is saying that before you can become a citizen, you must have been here that long.
Yes,
Okay.
you see, she said when she becomes the prime minister,
Yeah.
when the conservative holds sway in the house.
the parliament.
Now she's just saying that this is what I would do.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean that that's what it is.
Yeah, I mean, it's a policy. In most things, Trump told us, what he was going to do, and he's doing it.
But that was also a country like the United Kingdom that is not like America.
Yeah.
He can also make sure that the conservatives never win.
It doesn't go there. You know, a lot of people share. You know, that's why I like politics in a way.
Yes.
Particularly the way it's played there, where the votes cast or the winner is the prerogative of the people. Unlike we have here, which was what Kemi was criticizing, and everybody was like, "Oh, kill her, destroy her."
Yes.
I mean, over there, if her message resonates with the people, and
so if her message resonates with the people, let the people vote.
Yeah.
For me, that's on one side.
Yeah.
On the other side, for me, it also tells everybody stay in your country and build your country.
Yes.
There's nothing peculiar to United Kingdom.
Nothing.
It's just a small island that lacks so many things.
Eli, when you bring out a map of the world, I can assure you, if you are not somebody good in geography,
You may not know where United Kingdom
you
is.
look for UK, you won't find it.
Yes.
So when you see, the size of a nation does not really matter in the present world.
That's physical land size.
Yes. How big is Israel? But you cannot do away without them.
That's right.
You cannot rule. The country, the world cannot be complete without the Israelites. How big is Japan? Do you need to be big and useless?
Yeah.
You are so big, like Nigeria is so big today.
Don't say they are useless.
I didn't say useless. Of what use? Of what
Otherwise,
use?
they'll say you are like Kemi.
I will sue you for libel.
Of what use has Nigeria been in the last 20
And Nigeria is not really that
2
big.
decades?
We only think
Compared
we are
to
big.
what-
No, population-wise, for example, we are
Population-wise.
the biggest black African nation.
Nation, yeah.
So you see, she is not saying that immigrants should not be allowed.
That's not what she said.
That's not what she's saying.
And what?
She's saying that you must stay in
We are-
the United Kingdom. You know,
Okay,
before,
now first, let him finish
We
up.
are here in Abuja. The law of Abuja, the law of Nigeria does not disturb us in any way. Why must we be citizens of Abuja?
Okay,
You
now
are
let
enjoying-
me tell you why you must be citizens of Abuja. Until you are a citizen, you cannot vote. You can't determine policies affect your life. Until you are a citizen, you can't vote. You
In the-
can't
in the
decide
United
whether you
Kingdom.
should even support this Kemi or not.
Or not.
So
Okay,
just look at until you are 16.
You can't even run election.
You'll be
And let me tell you,
marginalized.
that is why I still support her suggestions and policies the more. You know why? When you allow certain people to come and decide who becomes your leader, they will bring the corruption that they practice in their places into your system and destroy your system.
But
Let me
you
tell
see-
you another
you see-
thing.
you see-
In the United Kingdom today, when you hear that people are being attacked with knives and all that, when people
They are not those one I can tell you for free. They are not immigrants. Those
You
are
call them terrorists?
No, hold on now. Those are the conservative inside because
Not in all cases, though.
Not in all cases, of
Yes.
course. We inside.
There are cases where certain
Inside
things,
London,
Yes.
that
Okay,
are
now,
affecting people
so-
not wanting. Hold on now, not wanting people to stay in their country.
Yes.
You see,
Not in all cases.
Not in all cases.
Yes.
There are no exceptional. There are exceptions to all
Yes.
rules. Do you understand?
In some cases, there are people, extremists, religious extremists.
Exactly.
In some other cases, there are very, very conservative
People.
who would naturally vote for Kemi,
Yes.
but they are not as educated to voice out.
Voice
They
out
rather
that-
go violent.
Exactly.
So it's distributed.
Exactly.
We can't call any particular group for
No,
that.
we can't. No, we can't. But you can see also from statistics that most of these people are this kind of people that.
But there is something you said that is very, very important to
Yes.
me. What is wrong in, and I said this thing not necessarily against Kemi.
Yeah.
When we were talking about Kemi the other day, I said, why didn't Kemi choose to stay back and develop Nigeria rather than only? Because I said her criticism is part A.
Yes.
I'm in support of that.
Yeah.
Part B, or the second part, which to conclude the patriotism,
Yes.
is to let us know how to move from where we are to where we should
want to
be.
go, yes.
Why didn't she take part in that? You remember, some people say, oh, she has to go where she can do it. Now, you are saying people should stay back and build their country.
Yes.
Why didn't Kemi stay back and build Nigeria?
Well, she had an option. You and I, for example, were not born in the United Kingdom. We don't have an option.
Yeah.
Do you understand? So she had an option. And she chose option A or option B to have.
Yeah.
Which option she felt it was?
Yeah, but being
And-
born, now that's where the quick question
Be-
comes. Now, being born is the first option.
Yes.
A lot of people also traveled and naturalized.
Yes.
You understand?
Those ones, for example, there are some heights you can attain. It's just someone like Elon Musk now. now.
Yes.
He can't be president of the United States of America.
Because
one of the laws in the United States of America is that you must be born
He
on
wasn't
the soil.
born there, yeah.
Do you understand?
Even
You know,
Arnold Schwarzenegger, that was what held him.
Well,
he was
exactly.
governor of Chicago, California twice, but he couldn't.
and that's where he can stop.
So,
he can be senator.
how do you think this policy will help other nations in staying back in their country, just like Kingsley and I are staying back to develop Nigeria?
Yeah. Nigeria, let's use Nigeria as a case study. When we have, in elective years, we keep having complained that the North is overrated. We have crisis in Nigeria today, here in Abuja. Today, you could wake up and you hear that Ebola stabbed somebody and the person died, and the next thing is you cannot trace him. The Nigerian government is just bringing out figures of about 6,000 people whom were registered as Nigerians, who were not actually
But they are not Nigerians.
So
They're actually from Niger.
Niger. Now, that is because of porous border, same language, same culture, same religion. So you see, such policy, bringing it into our system, will help us to checkmate security, help to go about development when you now know the people that should be able to vote and people that should not even participate in the first place. Because such participation could bring in the wrong people using the wrong figure to put in somebody into
So
office.
nations should guide their borders as much as they can.
But let me make an inroad into that place.
Yeah.
You see, we're also seeing an aging nation sometime that want people to come.
Yeah.
At a point, Britain, England, or United Kingdom was an aging nation. And there are so many nations.
No, they still want
They
people,
still want people to come.
They
It should
just
be
want you to
legitimate.
stay longer
Yes.
before saying you are a British citizen.
Before, it was by bet. Don't forget.
Yeah.
Then they
well,
increased
that bet is
They increased
also
it to-
classified. You
No.
have to stay after the bet. You
No.
have to stay for some certain
No,
months.
originally it was
Yeah.
by bet.
Yeah, okay.
That's what Kemi is.
No. Even now, as after being born, you have to be. If
No,
if
you
your
don't-
parents,
you don't
if
understand.
neither of your parents are British,
You don't understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm coming there.
Yeah.
Before, originally,
Yeah.
it was by bet.
Yeah, it depends on when-
That's what Kemi enjoyed.
okay, yeah.
Then, after a while, they increase it to you must stay in the UK for 5 years.
Exactly.
Do you understand?
Yes.
So, by bet is what Kemi has said enjoyed.
Right.
Do you understand? Then now, or as it is now, you have to stay 5 years in the UK, not gone out after they give birth to you
Yeah,
there,
yes.
for you to get automatic citizenship
Yes.
of the United Kingdom.
Yes.
Now he's saying that you have to increase to 5 years. I think what she's thinking is that you must have to now be imbibe the culture,
Yes.
the way,
Yes.
language,
Yes.
everything of
Yes,
the British
but
people.
the idea I'm still saying is this:
Yeah.
rather than all other nations getting angry at Kemi,
Stay
why
and
not
develop your
stay
country.
back and develop your country?
And there's something Eli said that I wanted to.
Yes.
We know that smaller
Time is
countries,
against us, just take
smaller
seconds.
countries can be very powerful sometimes.
Yes.
But the most advantageous way of countries being powerful is by population.
Population and landmass too.
Thank you.
America has a vast landmass.
Yeah,
They have
even
different
Canada.
weather.
Yes.
Different, so there's advantage in that
Even
landmass.
that
You
landmass.
can't take it away.
You can't take it
Even
away.
let's not go into military operations and other. You need
Exactly.
buffer. You need
Exactly.
buffer.
Buffer
Space is a buffer.
Do you
So,
understand?
but a takeaway
Yeah.
from this discussion is that countries, rather than complain, rather than sing about Kemi Badenoch turning from Badenoch to Badenoch, stay back and develop your own country.
Simple.
Do the job and get the result. This is still News Insight. We'll be right back.